Hello English 100 class. This is your short video on the Essay 1 grade and about grades in general. So I'm making this video on October 12, Monday. And at this point I have graded about half of the final draft of Essay 1. So that means your grade might be there in Canvas now, or it might not, depending whether I've gotten to yours yet. I promise to finish the grades by the end of the day on Sunday, October 18. So if your grade on Essay 1 is not there yet, you will see it sometime in the next week. Okay? So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the Essay 1 grade because it is a big deal. It's our first major grade for the class. First, this is the first time that I'm really grading your work for quality. So in discussions and writing practice activities, if you're on time and you do what I ask, you get a 100%. But on a final draft of an essay, that's not the case. So I'm really grading it for quality and by college writing standards. So the grade is a different thing. One thing that happens quite often is that some people do not get a passing grade on Essay 1. Passing means 70% or higher, C- or higher. And so if you got a grade that's lower than 70%, 60 to 69 is a D, below 60 is an F. If you got a grade below 70%, that means you did not pass. I know it's hard to have this experience. However, it does not mean that you cannot pass the course. You can still pass the course. And you should talk to me about it in office hour. And we can talk about how you can do better next time. We can also talk about revising the essay, which you're allowed to do. Okay, so with that, I wanted to show you a couple things in Canvas. So one is just to show you what it looks like on my end. Here's an essay that I haven't graded yet. And when I read it, I will put some comments on the essay itself over here with the little blue pins. And I will put comments in the box over here. So for you, in order to see the grade and the comments, you go to the Canvas English 100 homepage and you click on grades. And then click on View Feedback. And I will make sure to put those instructions in Canvas again, but I think you know how to do it now. So go in through grades, click on View Feedback, and you'll see everything I wrote about your essay once I've graded it. The other thing I want to show you right now is that there's some things in the first module that you should look at again. So in Canvas on the left, click on Modules, and you should revisit the very first module, which was called Introduction to the Course. So this was a long time ago now, but there's some things here that you might look at again. For example, Syllabus 3, Policies and Grading. So let me show you this. And just remind you, I'm going to remind you of a couple things in here. All right, so this chart is important. You can see that the Essay 1 final draft is 15% of the total course grade. So that's a lot, but it's not the end of the world if you didn't pass, because there's still a lot left. You'll notice that the weekly modules are only 1% each week. You should still do them in order to be successful. But the final drafts of the essays are mostly what will determine how well you do in the whole course. Okay? So 15%. And there's a couple other rules here, but you don't need to focus on those at the moment. Let me show you this, the essay rewrites policy. You may rewrite one of the major essays, Essay 1 or Essay 2, to improve your grade. You won't be able to rewrite Essay 3 because it's not due till the end of the semester. You must talk with me in Zoom about your revising plans. You must use the comments I gave you and make significant improvements if you want a higher grade. I will not boost your grade if you only make minor changes. Deadlines for rewrites will be posted in Canvas. At this point, it's not for a long time, so you can think about when you might be able to do a revision. If you revise, the final grade for that essay will be an average of the original final draft grade and the grade on the new version. In some cases, I may allow a student to revise both Essay 1 and Essay 2, but you must talk with me in advance and get my approval. Okay, so that's the rewrites policy. And all this is in Syllabus 3, and that is in the first module of the course. So with that, I am done talking about grades for the moment. Please see me in office hour if you have more questions or if you want to talk about your grade on Essay 1. And you can see my office hours right there on the home page. If you can't make one of these, be in touch and we can make an appointment. Thanks.